Recording in progress.
We'll stop the screen share for a few minutes, Doctor. We'll just. Okay, so now there is a situation.
We may wait for around 4-5 minutes.
Yes, we'll just wait. I'm just pinning people. I don't know what am I. Okay. We'll just wait for a few minutes.
I think what we'll do today is that we'll stop sharing in between, and we'll have interactions.
Definitely.
So we can have 2 or 3, you can say, sets
of course.
you can say, interactions where we can get some opinions and sharing. So some slides, then stop share, interaction, then a few slides, stop share. This can be a cycles.
Yeah.
This can also be a one method of to say promoting interactions.
A very good morning, ma'am. How are you? I'll just
Good morning, Kalaivani. We may just sort of briefly interact. Hello, Mohit. Welcome.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
How are you, Mohit?
Very good. Thank you so much.
Great,
How are you doing?
Great.
Sir, just give me a minute. I'll just continue.
We'll begin in sharp 1 minute, sir. People will keep logging in as they have to. Yeah, it's 33. We'll start at 34. Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Sakshi Rohrai here with you again for PosiFest 2024 with Dr. Omesh Khurana today. Before we continue, let me give a brief introduction about him. He is an MD Pediatrics 1980, a gold medalist, Medical College from Jabalpur. He is an ex-professor Pediatrics from CCSI M Government Medical College, Durg CG. He is a certified IYCF National Trainer, BPNI. He is a CCC member of BPNI since last 5 years. He is mentored Department of Pediatrics, JLN Hospital and Research Center, Bhilai, for successful breastfeeding friendly hospital accreditation. He has received trainee fellowship in neonatology at Westmead Hospital, Sydney, Australia. He is awarded for innovations, neonatal resuscitation trolley, double surface phototherapy units, and OK Kangaroo mother care bags. He is a national faculty at IAP, NRP, NC, ECD, SSS. He is a life member of IAP, NNF, IMA, BPNI, and CDPA. He served SAIL hospitals, JLN Hospital and Research Center, Bhilai between 1980 to 2010, and Durgapur Steel Plant Hospital from 2010 to 2013. During this 4-decade period, as an academician, presented several scientific papers in international, national, and state conferences. He's been awarded and honored at Chhattisgarh Academy of Pediatrics President 2017, recipient of several national and state level awards, gold medals, Asia GCC Health Iconic Leader Award in 2022, the Bharat Ratna Atal Bihari Vajpayee National Award for Meritorious Services and Outstanding Performance, Ranjit Deshmukh Central India Best Doctor Award, conferred by Union Minister Nitin Gadkari for Professional Excellence. A very warm welcome to you, Dr. Omesh. With so many achievements and stars on your head, we welcome you. And thank you for choosing PosiFest to spread more messages as well. So a very warm welcome to you, sir.
Good morning, Sakshi. Good morning, PosiFest. And good morning, all dear friends. I find that we are now at present 7 of us, and it's a rainbow team. And I would like to sort of love to interact with you. So what we'll do is we'll have a few slides, then we'll pause, we'll interact, we'll have few slides, and then we interact. So we'll try to learn from each other. Well, we all know that health is very, very important. And during COVID period, Corona period, we saw that every 24 hours, 48 hours, new recommendations were coming by World Health Organization for prevention of COVID, taking precautions and everything. So similarly, World Health Organization also offers standard recommendations in relation to our nutrition. So this is the beautiful sort of the farm places. Many of us must have enjoyed when we travel. We must have seen the farm, and in the farms, all these natural food is. We get those various types of foods. So these are suppose the various types of vegetables. These are vegetables and fruits. And we have got no choices from here. Either we have a choice of accepting and taking these foods at home and preparing them and having them for our survival. Or the second option is that we go to the market and buy the processed foods, so which are available now in plenty. Well, this is the basic Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So if we see the lower thing is the lower portion of this pyramid. That is the physiological needs which are needed by everyone is air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, reproduction. And you see food is the basic thing. And if the food is fine, then many of the diseases can be definitely prevented. Now, one has to understand this very, very simple traffic signal sort of a thing, the NOVA food classification. That means the food which is available in the farm is fresh. It is minimally processed, and this we consume. So this is the best food which we take. Next, we have got certain some processing which is done of the various plantations, and we get various types of oils. Suppose we get mustard oil, or we get soya oil, sugar, honey, salt. All these are some processing is done. Then there can be some further processing can be done with the addition of salt, sugar, oil. Suppose we develop some various types of jams and sauces which are available in the market. But the most dangerous is the ultra processed foods. And these ultra processed foods, when they are processed in the processing units, then even it is so damaging that various flavors are added, various coloring agents are added, and many of these have been contributed to several types of diseases, including cancer, and this is of the concern. So our main concern is that we should have food choices. We should eat more and more the fresh foods, and less and less of these various ultra processed foods, and we see various examples of that. Now, we are proud Indians. I was just visiting various temples, and this is a temple at Orissa. And here we find that the image of goddess Parvati, and she is breastfeeding Lord Ganesha. So this is such a natural thing which the baby is getting. And we know that Ganesha is sort of expressed as a idol of high intelligence. So this is something absolutely natural. So this is I will start with the baby and then we'll come to adults. So this is a very beautiful slide. Mother is breastfeeding, and this milk, which is a natural source of everything, of all vital elements, goes to the brain, and the baby becomes intelligent. So breastfeeding, despite many advantages, as a one beautiful merit is that it increases the IQ of the children. So if you want more intelligent, healthy, immunologically sound new generation, then breastfeeding is must. So this is a free gift of nature, and it is free. Mom-made milk, and we say Stanpan is Amrit Pan. So this is the initial fore milk, and this is the hind milk. But now what has happened? Now what has happened in the elite society, even though we are very much educated, learned, this is something which is available free, which is the best. But we are going in for various types of infant formulae sometimes. Say this is Lactogen, this is Nanpro, Nestle company, and we have to pay For this box 465, for this box 785, for Similac, one box 875, for Similac IQ 955, for another Dexolax, one box 430, for this 835. And there is a, you can say, a wrong advertisements on this tin, Aptamil Gold. So there is a sort of a wrong communication given on these boxes that these are good for the baby. In fact, they cause more allergies, more problems, and within it, there is a there are ultra processed foods which are damaging for the health of the baby. So, before we move next, just for a short briefly, let me sort of understand if anyone of you will like to interact, and if you have got any experience of any family wherein if there can be two options, the breastfeeding is very, very smooth, or there can be some situation wherein the mother is not able to properly feed the baby, and one has to go in for these options of sort of a various types of formula, bottle feeding, etc. The WHO recommendation is that exclusive breastfeeding has to be done for 6 months, and breastfeeding has to be continued for 2 years. So, in case anyone wants to interact at this point, then it's all right. Otherwise, we can further proceed.
So I would like to add here, there is a third situation also which arises where your family members want to give an external source of food to your children. They feel that, the child should grow faster. So there is a lot of pressure to give an external source of food. Though we say that the older generation people believe in breastfeeding, but at the same time, there is a gap of understanding because today the doctors are saying breastfeed the child exclusively, but the family feels no, हमने तो बच्चे को इतने एज में खिलाना शुरू कर दिया था ये age में, and they don't want to go with the right way of feeding them. They feel at an early age we can feed them the way we feed them at home. The normal food. They don't understand the digestion takes time, or. So somewhere I feel there is even a situation where the mother wants to feed the child exclusively also for breastfeed, but is not given that space from home to do so. So this is
So,
also one.
Sakshi, you are perfectly. I'm so happy for that you have raised this point, and this is precisely is the reason that one has to now go in for more and more and more education of the mothers, not only of mothers, even the fathers, the husbands, and the family members. The entire family has to be educated on the merits of that. What are you going to lose if suppose tomorrow the mother may develop a breast cancer or ovarian cancer if she's not feeding? So there is a big gap of, you can say, the right information. In fact, all of us are just Googling and getting the information, but even Google also, there are very, very merits. Government also is intervening. It is giving maternity leave with full pay so that the mothers can take advantage. There are some good benefits which are coming in. So this underlines the value of what we are talking, that we have to educate so that the mother is not pressurized, the mother is at ease, the family members, they also are very, very supportive, and they also are very, very caring, and they also form a supportive group in motherhood, in motherhood. So we come further So now we are coming a new culture. We find that this is a new culture, and this is what is happening in America. That we have got this is McDonald's. There are sort of children who are having French fries, cold drinks, burgers, patties, pizzas, everything which we are having. We have got KFCs, Domino's, Pizza Huts. So there are certain things which are common in these malls or in these areas, that they will have very, very high caloric serve, very, very high caloric burgers, pizzas, and along with that, there will be cold drinks. So all these things will be there. The ecosystem of society is changing. Now we have got working couples, so time is less. Since time is less, people just they on the mobile, we order food from Zomato, Swiggy, etc. The travel time of the mother who has to prepare the food has increased because of the pressure of working hours. There are eat out facilities. We have got social meets. We have got parties, everything, a new culture. The ecosystem, a new culture has come in. But this new culture is causing, just like mobile, it is causing so many demerits. So also this new system is damaging the society. It has already caused very many adverse effects in America, in Europe. So time has come that we should do something at our country. So in India, the girth of the nation is increasing. There is a very big problem of obesity. And earlier, we used to have communicable diseases, and all these communicable diseases have been prevented by active vaccinations. But now we are having this non-communicable diseases like diabetes, hypertension, which India, is the diabetes capital of the world. And now the same diseases are being seen in children because of these various sort of a new culture of food. And therefore, World Health Organization has developed a international food labeling standards that the customer who is consuming all these food items from the market should be made aware that whatever they are purchasing, the processed food, they should be aware and they should be cautiously eating the food. World Health Organization has got various regions. So specific recommendations has been made for Southeast Asia, that what type of food. So each food item has been analyzed and recommendations have been made. Government of India has taken initiative through Niti Aayog, and we know whenever we buy food, we see this logo of SFSSAI, Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. This has been given a responsibility of taking care of all these things, because otherwise we are landing in a very big problem. A new initiative, Eat Right India, has been started. So this is a government program of educating everyone. This is the logo. The yellow logo represents the cereals. The purple logo is for various types of drinks. The dark blue, this is for milk. The brown is for meat. The green is for fruits and vegetables. The aqua blue is for water. So these are the proportions. That means you see that the blue portion is given the maximum area. That means we should consume more water. This brown portion is for, you can say, poultry and fish. So depending upon, it is just the logo itself suggests that what is important for us and what should be our consumption pattern. Same thing is given in Hindi. अनाज और दालें पर्याप्त मात्रा में सेवन करें. दिस इज अनाज एंड दालें. उसके बाद में पे, चीनी और मतलब जो है कि इसको भी कम मात्रा में लेना है. दैट मीन्स ऑल दोज थिंग्स विच आर वेरी शुगरी हैज टू बी लेस. संयम बरतना है. दूध, दिस इज फॉर मिल्क. This is for mass machli. This is for phal and sabji. So if you see, more and more fruits and vegetables have to be taken. If you see the entire cereals, fruit and vegetables and water, if you see this entire composition, this thing, more than 80% इसी से जो है कि our very good diet can be definitely planned. So this is, instead of complicated balanced diet charts, this itself is suggestive that in fact this should be there in every home with every refrigerator, that our 75 to 80% is consumed only by these products. So the messages of Eat Right India are that we have to reduce the content of fat in our diet. We have to reduce salt to decrease hypertension. We have to reduce sugar to decrease diabetes. तेल, चीनी और नमक थोड़ा कम. So rather than getting diabetes, getting hypertension, going to doctor, getting yourself investigated, getting insulin and all those things, it is better to prevent diabetes and hypertension. And it is important that one should develop this habit and culture right from the childhood. So this Eat Right India has also a concept of development of Eat Right schools, because schools also, the canteens, etc., they should get a proper food. We have seen that small children, they are consuming these sugar sweetened beverages. You say this is Thumbs Up, 7-Up. You see, every 100 gram of 7-Up contains 11.4 gram of sugar. This Thumbs Up every 100 gram contains 10.5 gram of sugar. But the bottle contains, suppose the bottle is of 300 ml. So once someone starts drinking it, they do not have only 100 ml, they will consume the entire bottle. So you are consuming, say, 25 or 30 gram of sugar, and the daily requirement is only 20 grams. And then you eat other things also. So what is happening? It is causing in children dental caries, the teeth are getting decayed, and you see cavity in the teeth. This is Fanta, 13.7 gram. This is, so all these cold drinks are freely available, and this is what has caused main problem in McDonald's, Domino's, etc., because this is part of the menu that they are serving. So this is the problem which is there. Even processed fruit juices, fruity. A fruity is so common, but you see, 100 gram, it contains 15.5 gram of sugar. So absolutely, after studying all these things, trust me, honestly, I'm telling that at our residences, हमारे घर में, we have stopped all these carbonated beverages, stop fruity, stop Tropicana, stop slice, all these things. No more of this, because these are very, very harmful for our health. So this chart is a very beautiful thing. We are saying no to various types of these drinks. This is fruity. These are cold drinks. These are fruit juices. There are various energy drinks also. We are saying no to all these things. But our children will ask, what then? So we should have option of coconut water, simple water, lemon water, buttermilk, panna, lassi, all these things which are freshly prepared at home. They are cheap, they are homemade, and when you prepare them at home, when the mother prepares it, there is also a big component of love also in it. उस भोजन के साथ में माँ जब कुछ बनाकर देती है तो उसमें साथ में प्यार भी रहता है. Similarly, these snacks, various types of chips, these chocolates, these biscuits, they are very, very harmful. इसमें बहुत ज़्यादा fat है, trans fat है, which is very, very palm oil fat है, which is very, very bad. We have got options, dosa, makhana bhel, various types of cutlets, murmura, and the best snacks are fruits. All types of fruits, these are the best snacks, fruit salads. So all these things which are freely available, these have to be told that the child should have all these things. The mother prepares tiffin for the child when the child is going to school. So the tiffin, it can contain fruit. It can contain dosa. Rather than Maggi or noodles, chila, various cutlets, these are upma, idli. So all these things, the tiffin, sometimes we see that the tiffin contains some chocolates, some biscuits. So this is harmful for the school child. We should have all these multicolor fruits. It is said that minimum 5 has to be taken in every meal. So if you see various colors, you see the red color. There are, you can say, apples are there, pomegranate is there, red is there. If you see the yellow, the banana is there, the banana is there. If we see orange, the carrot is there. Okay, if we see these are the grapes are there. These are green leafy vegetables are there. So multicolor, this is the chiku. So multicolor, and the children, they like it also. They are excited. If they tell them कि हमको ये colored लेना है, so they are also excited. Different natural colored, they are rich in vitamins and minerals. These has to be taken. Our plate, 50% of the plate, very, very simple to understand. 50% of the plate should be by these colored items. 50%. And the remaining 50 by various cereals, pulse, chapati. This is a dairy product. There can be curd, there can be milk, and plenty of water. Plenty of water. So, same type of education I have been giving at school level. So on 27 June 2023, at this Rungta Public School, all these school children, they were first educated, and then these are DPS students of Bhilai, class 2, this batch, this batch, this batch, this batch, they were educated on all these right food, and children were so excited, and they had promised that they will go home and then they will tell the mothers also that we used to have the right food to eat. This is training of teachers. Teachers were trained on, because if the teachers are trained, and we know the psychology, that children, they follow the teacher's advice. So if we train the teachers, then teachers train the schools, and this is how the society can be educated for a good cause. Now, this is in this training, this is a sugars board. So this is what is the sugar board. This is, you can say, is a Mirinda, then lassi, then Sprite. All these sugar fruity. Sugar is arranged in descending order. And these are various sugars in 100 ml. And you see this packet. This packet is empty. Water. It has got no sugar. So when we show this, then children, they know that they have to take more water because it has got less sugar. मजबूरी हो गया तो then you go for the next is, and that is the buttermilk. ये buttermilk में हम चले गए. Similarly, we can have coconut water. So there are 2, 3, 4 items which are here, which which are easily consumable, and these consumed items, they have got very sort of a less sugar and very good for health. So before proceeding further, I will once again have a sort of a pause in trying to understand and trying to know from you that if suppose that are you in agreement that the society, because of the ecosystem, is changing, and that we have to educate more and more our new generation. That is our responsibility. हम उनको, बच्चों को सब कुछ पढ़ाते हैं, सच बोलना, मोबाइल कम देखना. We teach them many things. So I mean to say, I think what is your viewpoint that regarding anyone can please suggest, so that will be right.
Sir, I would like to add, like I have seen myself, even like I used to have when I was child, I used to go to school. So I used to have both the things. Like it was a balanced diet. It was not all the time that I take outside food. But these days, most of as you earlier said, that mothers are working as well. So they are not able to prepare the food all the time. So what they prefer is ideally instead of making the homemade food, they will give some money to the child to get it from the outside. So I think one of the thing which is changing and it is affecting the child these days.
Mohit, what we have done in our family is that suppose बाहर से कुछ बुलाना ही है. Suppose we have got packed up, समय नहीं मिल रहा है, बाहर से बुलाना है. So now we have developed a system that suppose we have to give order to Zomato. Suppose ऐसा कुछ situation आ गया है. So we give order to Zomato to for खिचड़ी. तो choices जो हैं, हमको बाहर से भी sort of क्या बुलाना है, उसके लिए भी जब तक हमको फ्रेम ऑफ माइंड में नहीं रहेगा कि हमको लो कैलोरिक, लो फैट, लो सॉल्ट वाला फूड ही हमको खाना है, तो धीरे धीरे द स्टोरी स्टार्ट्स आल्सो फ्रॉम द mother, the father, who are the role models in the family. That if suppose and children, they've got a very tender brain. यदि उनको पहले से बता दिया जाए, समझा दिया जाए, तो sort of they very well understand. And my brother-in-law Ashok Bhandari is also attending the call today, and he is also very particular. He he eats fruits, he eats vegetables, and sort of he is also in acquaintance with various nutritionists, and is very, very particular regarding the diet which has to be consumed. So that is a sort of a very, 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 very important. You see various workshops are there for weight management and everything. So that is after increasing the weight, we are trying to decrease the weight. But another option is that we should try to educate and prevent the obesity. So continuing further, various types of noodles. Now, noodles is fine, but in that noodle packet, there is a masala, small mini packet. This masala, when we add, it contains very high sodium. It contains very high sodium. Various types of biscuits. We think biscuits are fine. But if we see the labels of the biscuits, what we find is that the fat is more. The limit is 8 grams, but the total fat is 13 grams in, say, Parle G biscuit. Common Good Day Harmony biscuit, it is 25 gram. This is the commonly Mom's Sun Feast Mom's Magic biscuit, 22.1 gram. The limit is 8 grams. This is Patanjali biscuit, 17 grams. Then this is Bonvita. I mean to say the Cadbury's biscuits are there with high fat. This is very common, Oreo biscuit which children consume, but very high content of fat, 19.7 grams. Sodium is also high, 420, and sugar is also high. All the three are very high. Honestly speaking, once again, I have a grandchild, and before studying this, we used to bring Oreo biscuits. We studied this, we convinced her, we talked to the child, and no more Oreo biscuit now comes to the family. Bonvita, milk के साथ में mother gives Bonvita, but it is loaded with sugars. There is a story in this that Bonvita was sponsored by Amitabh Bachchan. So our organization, BP and I, wrote a letter to Amitabh Bachchan, and Amitabh Bachchan very politely withdrew himself from this MOU with Cadbury's for Bonvita. But you say this is Bonvita now. After Amitabh Bachchan, Kareena Kapoor is there. So there are many celebrities who are there, right? Who sort of promote all these things. So very briefly, we will go through the subject of just a sensitization of how to read a label. So when we go to Big Bazaar, we find something is printed on there. The back of pack, something is printed. It's difficult to read and understand. It has got complex calculations, and one has to understand. So government is now trying to bring front of pack labels, which are there in Australia and very, very good countries. And now new labels will be coming, which will be on the front. These are front of pack labels. They are consumer friendly, symbolic, easy to interpret. They can be in various languages, and then they can be very well understood. Our goal is to know through that label the fat, salt, and sodium and sugar content, and how to sort of learn this. But whenever we get any food packet, after using that food packet, whether it is bhujia, soup, chocolate, any fruit, it is important to do some exercise at home and study those food labels. When we read those food labels, there are various logos. Green one is vegetarian, this is non-vegetarian. Vegan food, these are vegetables, and this is the label of a organic food. ISI, we know, is for quality, and this is recyclable. This logo is there. F is for fortification, whether the label shows whether the item is just like Tata, it is now getting fortified with iron. So one can see all these things. Organic food, if you see this label, this is a good item, Javik Bharat. That means this is an organic food. So one can see the label. If this label is green and if it is Javik Bharat, then it is an organic food and this is supposed to be better. There are various E-codes, and these E-codes indicate various colors. E120 is carmine. This is red azodine. So carmine is dangerous. So sometimes the name is not given, but if it is E120, it is carmine red dye derived from beetles. So all these things are there. One should try to avoid them. One should has to see the fat content, the carbohydrate content, the sodium content, and the fiber content. All these things are there available on the food label, and one can take the decision. We have to follow the 520 rule that if the nutrient is giving less than 5% of daily requirement, then it is low in that nutrient. If it has more than 20% of daily requirement, then it is high. So this high has to be seen. Our food items should not have high sugar, high salt, high fat, which is dangerous for our health. This is Eat Right India handbook, and we should, through this presentation, a attempt has been made to deliver the message to eat right. And well, this is a chart which is showing school children with diabetes, all states of India. So, Madam Sakshi is in Maharashtra. In school children, 8% diabetes rate. I am in Chhattisgarh. It is 13.4%. Because in Chhattisgarh, government is giving basi and it is too much rice consumption is there. You see all these foods, states which are having high consumption, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, Chhattisgarh, Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan, Telangana, Jharkhand, Gujarat, Haryana, Goa, all these states of India, which are now, the school children are having now diabetes. So we had on 8th of August a Quit India movement when the Britishers had gone. But now, with your help, we can start a Quit India movement against all these, you can say, items, the carbonated beverages, and all these items which are causing diabetes in our society. Thank you very much. Mohit will, I'm sure, will resonate very well because he, during our last interaction, we
Correct.
understood that he also has got diabetes, and
Yes.
I'm sure if I can request others to sort of open up their videos, then we can interact with each other. That would be so nice. Yes, Mohit, बोलिए.
Sir, as we discussed earlier in the last discussion, जो JDF है, that helps me in it gives me lots of knowledge, and even my doctor endocrinologist, he also gives me information about how should I take my diet, or what all content should be added in my diet, which will help me maintain my sugar, as well as it helps me with all the nutrition and vitamins which are needed on day-to-day basis. So I think
So, Mohit, just sort
yeah,
of we know that in diabetes, for a very good control of diabetes, one component in type 1, one is naturally your insulin. But then there is a very big role of, you can say, dietary control, the amount of calories that we consume. Even sometimes they do a calorie count, and that calorie count sort of is also very, very valuable. So the role of diet and exercise, stress management, everything is very, very important. And even in JDF, I had also, when I had attended JDF, you have been to Rohtak, and we were going to Lonowala, and their dietitian interacts, connects, and all those things. So these are very, very sort of a very, very important issues for a
uh,
tight control of diabetes, a tight control.
correct. So, sir,
Yes,
one
yes.
of the things which I have learned for specifically for diabetes management, and I think that can help in a regular life as well, which is first is diet, undoubtedly. Second is medicine. Third is exercise. And fourth is to monitor your sugar or any changes which is happening in your body.
Correct, correct, correct. Very right, very right, very right, very right, very right. Dr. Purvi is uh, any opinion of Geeta, Purvi, Yuk Sharma?
Yeah, it's breakfast time, so I put my camera. Okay. So basically, it's really nice information, and I wish that it go all nationwide, and I really appreciate your जो आपने मुहिम चलाया है फिट इंडिया का. I love that. And I also want to understand about these ice creams. Nowadays, people are becoming aware that they are not using milk and milk products. They are using vegetable oils and
Yes,
some
yes,
products
yes, yes.
which are very much harmful our body. So, of course, with cold drinks, children are also very much fond of ice cream, not even children, like adults are also very much fond of ice creams. And nowadays, there is a trend, sugar-free ice cream and all. So, what they put in the sugar-free ice cream? Because we all know the saccharine, the monosaccharides, and even the stevia also, it's not good for our health. Anything related sugarless is almost as much as harmful as if you are eating with sugar. So that was like
Purvi,
pinching in the.
yep, Purvi, you are so right. Purvi, you are so right. The important point is that suppose it's a sugar-free ice cream. Okay. So that is you can say, a marketing strategy. You go in for a sugar-free ice cream. But then when you go into depth of it, when you see the entire contents of it, so in addition to sugar, there is a possibility that they sometimes, it has been seen that though it is less in sugar, but to have that calories and for that taste, They may be having some fat. They may be having some other products into it. So the issue is this, that we are intelligent. God has given us brain. We are studying in good school. बच्चे अच्छे अच्छे स्कूल में पढ़ रहे हैं. हमारे पास में बुद्धि है, भगवान ने दिमाग दिया है. तो हमको इस मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटजी से अपने आप को थोड़ा सा, समथिंग आई ऑलवेज से दैट, suppose someone is using a fair and lovely cream, of fair and handsome cream, so the person is not going to become fair. So I mean to say, you are so right. You are so right, Purvi. You're so right. You're so right.
I also would like to add, yes, Purvi, you're saying something. Okay, so I also would like to add here something. Today's generation, at least my kids, I would like to precisely speak on them. They are aware that they are not supposed to eat fatty products, or they are not supposed to eat, because they are so conscious that my daughter would not want to go beyond certain weight, or, if the weight is increased, or, they are back on the weighing scale. So one psychology, this is different, that we are happy that they are aware also, but at the same time, are they eating the right things? So home food is not remaining a priority for them. How much ever they want to control their diet, how much ever they want to eat organic, how much ever they want to eat healthy, it has to be from out, or the kind of food, the options that are available is not what we eat at home. It's become a very challenging situation, even for parents, even if they are trying their best to make it at home and give them the possible varieties. But somewhere they want the spices that they're looking for, somewhere they're, the taste of a particular place has been fixated in their mind. Yeah, I like this place ka. So they'll say, okay, if you want to give me a pizza, get that, Javari ka pizza bread, or get the healthy version of bread. So one of my friend is into healthy baking. Now, okay, she is baking right in front of me. Her ingredients are very clear to me, understandable, and the prices do shoot up when you have to buy these products. And on an everyday basis, I'm not sure how much can a parent always be okay to keep doing that. So what is important to eat that घर का जवारी का रोटी, which उनके गले से उतरता नहीं है, देखा नहीं जाता है. But they're okay to have the same jawari bread from out. So it's very challenging. She's come up with, because my husband put on a little bit of weight. To reduce his weight, she said, we both will go on a sugar-free diet, a challenge for no sugar. So I'm happy that they are aware, but how are they compensating with those things? Is it right? Is it challenging? Because I'm a very homely food person. I might be foodie. I would love to eat out. That's a different thing, but I wouldn't make it a lifestyle. Every time I would want to eat out. Having once in a week, okay, you're having outside, you're meeting your friends. Even if you cheat meal that day, I'm okay with that. But on an everyday basis, how do you do that? Now, I don't make chicken at home. I have never touched chicken to make. Now she wants to do everything that get it at home. So a lot of things are there where how do you balance these things?
Yes, sir. So, Sakshi, you are very, very right. And I will say you are very, very practical, because there are certain things which are going to stay. Also, it is said that in mobile, also it is said that mobile is that going to stay. आप उसको मोबाइल को डंप नहीं कर सकते. It is going to stay. But one has to find out ways and means. So one of the means in now which is coming up is that various types of millets cafe are are propping up. Millets cafe are propping up. Now, as you have rightly mentioned, that suppose you make some preparation at home, that preparation may not be liked, but then in those those places, they are preparing it sort of in such a way that it is the raw material is, you can say, a millet, but then they are making it in a very, very nice way. They are serving in a right way, yeah, whatever it is, as so that the sort of I mean to say, there are various cafes where there are sort of millets idli is there, millets upma is there, millets dosas are there. So what awareness that a option also is available for eat out, option is available for the sort of various types of eat outs, healthier options are sort of propping up also to address this issue. Now, yesterday I had gone to mall, and from that mall I had taken these pictures, various malls. But then there itself I found a outlet of, say, you can say, Haldiram. So people have got a now a option whether to eat at this place or at some other place or at some other place. We also, when we go out, say mall, we have got food courts. And in that food courts, we have got options. The idea is that if we are aware that this is better, this is healthier,
Okay.
फिर आप उस दुकान पे जाएंगे, फिर आप उस चीज को आप मतलब जो है कि यदि मेरी अवेयरनेस रहेगी, तो मैं जब पिकअप कर रहा हूँ मार्केट से, इफ आई एम पिकिंग अप इफ एनी प्रोडक्ट इन द कार्ट when I'm going to a mall, I will say no to this and I will say yes to this.
Yes.
So that we want that option to develop, and a clear thinking that we are not swayed away by various marketing strategies, because they are doing marketing for their business sake. They are not understanding that health problems are coming in the society.
Sir,
Ultimately, consumer is the king.
So
sir,
basically,
And
I
it
would
has
if
been
like to
seen,
add.
Sakshi,
hmm,
it has been seen that because of this, uh, uh, there is a slide also that we had a baby item, food item, Cerelac, very popular. Since last 6 months, Cerelac brand, which is there, they have started adding iron to it. Though it is, I'm saying, very, very small quantity. But the issue is this, because they know that in India, anemia is to the tune of 65%. So anemia 65% है, उसको कैसे एड्रेस करोगे? को खाने से एड्रेस करेंगे ना को, राइट? सो मतलब जो है कहने का है कि दिस इज व्हाट इट इज, अदरवाइज दिस इज वन तरीका. सेकंड तरीका, पे द प्राइस, increase your weight, develop hypertension, develop diabetes, go to doctors and pay the price. So we have to make a choice between wellness and sickness. A new concept of wellness is coming very fast, that prevent your sickness. Please prevent your sickness, because sickness means very, very high budget corporate hospitals जो आपको squeeze कर देगा. मैं मेडिकल का हूं, मेरे को पता है कि क्या होगा, कैसे बजटिंग होगी आपका या कैसे होगा. ठीक है ना? आपका जो है कि मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट टुडे इज वेरी कॉस्टली, और इसका कॉस्ट और बढ़ेगा, इसका कॉस्ट और बढ़ेगा. दिस इज व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से.
so if I'm understanding from this that awareness equally is important, And it will help you, if not today, at least in the long run, to have a balanced diet, to understand what you're eating, right? If kids are having that awareness itself is a very big thing today. And if they are understanding, they may choose alternatives today, but
And Sakshi, everything starts from the home. घर से start
hmm,
होता है.
hmm,
मैंने आपको 2-3 बार confess किया. I started from my home.
hmm,
No cold drink at my home. No Oreo biscuit at my home. Okay. My grandchild wanted certain types of, you can say, chips. No chips from outside. यदि चिप बनाना है तो घर में बना दिया जाएगा. ओके, राइट. सो आइडिया कहने का ये है कि एंड बच्चे बच्चों का दिमाग इस टेंडर. मेरी ग्रैंड डॉटर है, यदि मैंने उसको आज पढ़ा दिया कुछ, दैट इज अ इन्वेस्टमेंट कि वो आगे जाके व्हेन शी विल बिकम मदर,
hmm.
वो अपने परिवार को अच्छे से
Certainly.
चलाएगी. वो अपने परिवार को अच्छे से चलाएगी. तो आइडिया ये है कि some change has to be done in my refrigerator कि इसमें ये सामान नहीं रहेगा, इसमें ये सामान नहीं रहेगा. ओके. एंड दिस इज व्हाट जो आपने हेडिंग बताई थी, फ्रॉम लेबल टू टेबल. So
Yes.
ultimately, when you read the label, something should change at your table. And your table पे जो change होगा, वो किचन से शुरू होगा. किचन में कुछ changes होंगे. Purvi rightly mentioned about various types of oils. I mean, we have not discussed oils today. बट देन कौन सा ऑयल यूज करना है, किस कॉम्पोजिशन में यूज करना है, कैसे दो ऑयल्स की मिक्सिंग करना है, मतलब जो कि अपने आप में एवरीथिंग इज साइंस. एवरीथिंग इज साइंस. सो एनीवे.
Yeah, that's. Thank you so much. Any more questions? Any more doubts? We are here to answer.
Ma'am, good morning, sir.
Good morning,
Good
Sanjay.
morning, Sakshi. The session is quite brief, informative, knowledgeable, and many things are good to listen but hard to digest in day-to-day lifestyle. But I request kindly post this video on YouTube. Definitely,
Yes,
it will help many people across the country.
yes, and do help us share the video so that it reaches out to as many as possible. Because
Definitely,
it's
even around 4,500 subscribers I have. I will try to post on my channel too.
definitely. Thank you so much, Sanjay.
थैंक यू
Thank
संजय. थैंk you संजय. Thank you संजय.
Yes, sir. So one more view I wanted to show our all PosiFest team.
Yes.
Here am I. You can see how beautifully
Oh, wow.
ambience around
Mornings
me.
like these are always beautiful.
वेरी वेरी
Amazing.
नेचर फ्रेंडली.
Yeah.
दिस इज व्हाट वी वांट. देखिए
Where is
सूरज आ
this,
रहा
Sanjay?
है ना. वेरी वेरी नेचर फ्रेंडली. वेरी वेरी नेचर फ्रेंडली. दिस इज
Where
व्हाट
is
वी
this?
वांट. नेचर नेचर.
Yeah. Where is this place, Sanjay?
This is Diu Island, part of Union Territory, Dadra Nagar Haveli and Daman Diu.
Wow, nice. Nice. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, thank you
Okay,
very much.
so with this, we come with an end for today's session. Again, not an end, but a beginning of new under. Yes, Kala ma'am, you want to say something?
I just wanted to ask doctor
Yes.
whether having jaggery or coconut sugar, is it good for health?
Yes, Kalaimani, it's a nice question. So jaggery has got a very high content of iron,
Iron.
and in many cultures, it is part of a dietary system, especially amongst Gujaratis and everything. So it should be included in every thali. Jaggery should be there. Even if suppose मान लीजिए कि sometimes people say कि उसमें डायबिटीज वालों को देना चाहिए नहीं देना चाहिए, that's a different issue altogether. But जो उसका जो iron content, it is so rich. So jaggery is a very good thing which should be there.
Thank you, doctor.
Okay, so
I
yes,
just shared one message in the chat. Like we have to choose between a healthier or a tastier option. So that's what the whole conclusion is all about.
yes.
Many a times we always look for a taste and ignore the healthier part of it. So we have to make a choice, right,
इसमें
doctor?
भी I'll just make a last comment on Mohit. Recently, we had we have medicals and we had many conferences and those things. So, in medical conferences, generally, we have got all types of food stuff, vegetarian, non-vegetarian, even drinks and all those things. However, a resolution was passed wherein in the next conference, we will have only vegetarian items made in a very, very tasty way, even millets with the no hot drinks, no hot drinks. So it all I mean to say, suppose कॉन्फ्रेंस का भी मीनू बनाना है, उसमें एक डाइटिशियन को इन्वॉल्व यदि हम कर लेते हैं तो एक ऑल्टरनेटिव मीनू बन जाएगा. मेरी घर में एक शादी है, उसमें भी हम ऑल्टरनेटिव मीनू बना सकते. व्हाट इज important is a belief system. If I believe, it can be done.
Lovely. That's so nice.
Okay, with this, thank you so much, Dr. Umesh, for such an informative session. And it's not only informative, it is actually a mind opener session for especially for mothers also, how to bring up their children. And as you said, it begins from home. So thank you so much and see you all tomorrow once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Sakshi, for everything. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you, Sakshi.